Hello students, welcome back to the online session of DC machines and transformer. Today we will discuss our new topic, which is the characteristics of DC motor. So let's start with the content. So first is introduction, types of DC motor, types of characteristic of DC motor. So first of all, let's know about types of DC motor. Here you can see different types of DC motors can be classified as DC series motor, DC shunt motor, compound wound motor. DC compound wound motor again classified into two parts, cumulative compound motor and differential compound motor. So today we are going to discuss the characteristic of DC series motor. So there are mainly three types of characteristic. The first characteristic is torque and armature current characteristic. It is relation between torque and armature current in the DC motor. It is known as the electrical characteristic of the DC motor. The second characteristic is the speed and armature current characteristic. It is the relation between speed and armature current in DC motor. It is also known as a mechanical characteristic of DC motor. The third characteristic is the relation between speed and armature torque. So let's start the characteristic of DC series motor. So you can see in diagram, in DC series motor, the armature winding and field winding is connected in series. So current remains same in DC motor. For a DC motor, magnitude of the back EMF is given by the same EMF equation for the DC generator. So back EMF is given by the equation EB equal to phi Z NP divided by 60A. Here the number of pole, armature conductor and number of parallel path are constant. So basically the characteristics are depends on the following equation. The first equation is N directly proportional to the EB divided by phi, TA directly proportional to the phi into IA, and IA equal to V minus EB divided by RA, where N is the speed, TA equal to armature torque, phi equal to flux, and EB equal to back EMF, and V equal to the supply voltage which we are given to the DC motor. So the first characteristic is torque and armature current characteristic. So as we know that the armature torque is directly proportional to the flux and armature current. So the equation is given by TA directly proportional to phi into IA. Now the flux is directly proportional to the armature current before saturation of the pole. Therefore the phi directly proportional to IA, so our equation will become TA directly proportional to IA square. Means what? The armature torque is directly proportional to the square of the armature current. So at very light load, there are the torque armature current is like parabola shape, which you can see from the figure which is given by the point A. In before saturation, the armature torque is directly proportional to the square of the current. After saturation, the flux is independent of the armature current. So the equation will become TA directly proportional to the IA, and you can see in figure which is sourced from graph A to B, which is linear. The shaft torque is always less than the armature torque due to the stray load loss, which you can see from the figure. The series motors are used where large starting torque are required. So application of DC series motor in electrical trains, electrical vehicles, trolley, etc. The next characteristic is speed and armature current characteristic, or N versus IA. So the speed depends on two factors, back EMF and flux. So speed is directly proportional to the back EMF and inversely proportional to the flux. The change in back EMF is very small due to the small voltage drop in the armature and series field resistance. Therefore the speed is inversely proportional to the flux as constant supply voltage. Means what? Because of small back EMF, due to the small voltage drop, our speed only depends on the field winding, or we can say the flux which is produced in field winding. So the armature current is large at heavy load condition. This will result increase the field flux and reduce the speed. As a result, back EMF decrease and more armature current allowed to flow. So the reason is DC series motor never start at no load condition, because as the armature current falls at a small value of light load, therefore the speed becomes dangerously high, and so that the DC series motor will never start with no load condition. The next characteristic is between torque and speed. So when speed is high, the torque will become very low. So you can see from the figure, the relation between speed and armature torque is shown in the figure. So here is the assignment question which are related with this video. The first is explain different types of characteristic of DC series motor. Explain why DC series motor is not start with no load condition. Draw speed and torque characteristic for DC series motor. So see you in next lecture of DC machines and transformer. Thank you.
If you like this video, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel LJB Electrical, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get latest video update fast.